What's up, YouTube? Once again, I'm talking about this trial situation. You ever notice how black people, it's like we have to forgive? It's like you're forced to forgive. See, nothing has changed in this country. You know, everybody suffers from post-traumatic slavery syndrome. We still suffer for that. You know, time and time again, people have shown you who they are, and we still don't believe them. We're the ultimate sheep. We're the ultimate sheep. They're wolves and we're sheep. See, the thing about the sheep is you could separate the sheep and the wolf for 100 years. And you place the sheep back in on a farm, or you know, in the yard. You put the sheep back there, and you put the wolf back there after 100 years. But let's say you put a muzzle on that wolf mouth, and let's say you bind his hands. The sheep is gonna go over to the wolf and try to make friends with it. The sheep is going to actually go over there and try to be lovey-dovey with that wolf. Now, the sheep don't know who the wolf is, but the wolf knows who the sheep is. Again, if you separate the wolf and the sheep for 100 years and then you put them back in the same area of one another, and you bind that wolf mouth and his hoofs up, the sheep is going to go over there and be very loving towards that wolf. But if you take the muzzle off that wolf's mouth and you untie his hoofs, that wolf is going to instantly remember who that sheep is. That wolf is going to automatically remember that we're enemies. All the while, you can, after that wolf killed that sheep, you can put another sheep in there with that wolf and do the same thing. Another sheep is going to repeat the same patterns that sheep before him did. You could replace that wolf with another wolf, and that wolf is going to do wolf things against those sheep. And yet the sheep still trying to make friends with that wolf. You see, black people in this trial, they was given their instructions. You want this settlement? You need to forgive her. You need to make her look as good as possible. We don't want the world looking at her like a demon. They'll demonize you, but you can't do that to them. No matter what atrocities that they've committed, you have to look at them in the best possible light. That's what Hollywood is for. That's what Hollywood is for. Hollywood makes white people look their best. It makes them look heroic. They can fly, you know, swim at high speeds, run fast, shoot lasers out their eyes. You know, they the most romantic, most beautiful, the most kindest. It tells like I said, Merlin the magician or Merlin the wizard had a stick that was made out of holly. They call it Hollywood. So you can cast spells and lure people with magic and make them think whatever you want them to think. You think about it, right? That's when motion pictures just started being developed, and it showed it showed white people in the best possible light. But what was the first motion picture? It showed black men trying to rape and be brutal towards white women. Now, why would they make that type of movie when they know that wasn't black man's nature? We weren't doing that to their women or their daughters or their girls. They were doing that to ours. So they use these tactics to show across the world, that they're kind, wonderful, loving people that must be forgiven, even if it seems like an accident. And we've seen cops accidentally shoot black men and black women. We've seen black men tell them they're going into the glove compartment to show them their license, and you still getting shot. And you still going, in the court proceedings and throughout the trial, they're going to do their best to make you look bad and make him look heroic. It's like, whatever's left is really right. And whatever's really right is really left. And this is the narrative they're trying to create. I mean, when are these injustices going to stop for African Americans? I don't see no Indians, people from India. I don't see them being shot and accidentally killed by police. I don't see that. I don't see the Chinese accidentally being killed left and right. I don't see the Arabs doing that. Why? Arabs been here since basically 1980 maybe? Look how they're prospering. So-called Palestinians, look how they're prospering. Why? Because they allow them to. They can oppress them if they want. They can give them the same treatment that they give us or that they get in Palestine, but they're not getting it. They're allowed to prosper. Why? Because they don't hate them. You think it's an accident that the Vietnamese or the Koreans, it's not an accident that they're able to prosper or they can get an ebony beauty supply, black beauty supply. Again, they're targeting blacks, and the ones that aren't in that type of business, they're able to go to schools and become doctors because they're not oppressed. If they was to get oppressed, shot by police, turned down for this loan, turned down for that, they wouldn't come here. So again, why are they allowed to prosper and you're not? They don't even want to give you reparations. The Bible says every crooked way will be made straight. And the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And the meek will inherit the earth. And what that young man did, 18 years old, if that was authentic, me personally, I don't buy it. But if that was authentic, if that was real love, then that's extremely merciful. That's extremely kindness. And that's the example of meekness. And I don't see any other race in this country or in this world that have that type of meekness. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.